Have you ever been around someone who rarely speaks, avoids casual conversations, and yet somehow draws more attention than the loudest person in the room? That person is likely a Sigma male. These are the men who live outside the social hierarchy. They don't chase popularity, they don't try to impress people, and more importantly, they don't engage in small talk. But have you ever wondered why? What's so wrong with casual conversations about the weather or weekend plans? The truth is, Sigma males see small talk as noise. It distracts them from their goals, clouds their clarity, and drains their mental energy. In this video, we'll break down 10 powerful reasons why Sigma males avoid small talk, and why this habit actually gives them a serious edge in life. 1. Small talk drains their mental energy. Sigma males value their mental space the way some people value sleep, they protect it fiercely. Every time they get pulled into a surface-level conversation, they feel like their mental energy is being chipped away. A quick chat about lunch plans might seem harmless, but to a Sigma, it's an interruption. They're often deep in thought, processing something important, or simply enjoying the quiet focus that allows them to thrive. Small talk breaks that flow. It's like trying to meditate while someone's tapping on your shoulder. That's why they often keep to themselves, not because they dislike people, but because they're conserving something far more valuable, clarity. 2. They crave depth, not noise. While most people are comfortable skimming the surface, Sigma males want to dive deep. They aren't interested in what you watched on TV last night, they want to know what keeps you awake at 3 a.m., what motivates you, what scares you. Small talk, for them, feels like trying to swim in a puddle. It doesn't allow space for honesty, self-expression, or truth. That's why you'll notice a Sigma staying silent in group settings, only speaking when the conversation finally shifts to something real. And when it does, their words suddenly become magnetic, because depth is rare, and Sigma males live in it. 3. Silence is more powerful than talking. Sigma males don't just avoid small talk, they actively choose silence. They understand something most people don't: silence creates presence. It gives them space to observe, analyze, and connect with the moment. While others rush to fill every pause with words, Sigmas let the silence speak for them. That's part of their mystery. People are drawn to the quiet confidence of someone who doesn't feel the need to talk just for the sake of talking. In a world filled with noise, their silence becomes a form of strength. It's not awkward, it's intentional. And it makes every word they do speak carry more weight. 4. They see through surface-level masks. Sigma males are deeply intuitive. They often see through the fake smiles, the forced politeness, and the scripted pleasantries that come with small talk. They know when someone's asking "how are you," but doesn't really care about the answer. This superficial layer of interaction feels exhausting to them. They would rather have one raw, honest conversation than 100 polite exchanges. They're not interested in playing social games. They want realness, even if that means fewer conversations overall. That's why they often distance themselves from overly social environments. They don't want to perform, they want to connect. 5. They don't chase social approval. Most people use small talk as a way to blend in or be liked. Sigma males don't need that. They don't seek validation or approval from others. They're comfortable being alone, and they don't feel the pressure to be liked by everyone. This makes small talk seem pointless to them. Why ask about someone's weekend just to appear friendly, when they don't actually care about that person's weekend? That kind of forced interaction goes against their nature. They'd rather be seen as distant and honest than fake and social. And ironically, that authenticity often draws people in even more. 6. They're extremely purpose-driven. Every moment for a Sigma male is an opportunity to build something: an idea, a project, a skill. They live intentionally. Their time and attention are like currency, and they don't spend it recklessly. Small talk, to them, feels like buying something useless just because it's cheap. It doesn't move the needle in their life. That's why they often seem distant in social settings. They're not being rude, they're simply thinking about something that actually matters to them. Whether it's a long-term goal, a deep question, or just a personal observation, they're always mentally engaged in something bigger than small talk allows room for. 7. They prefer listening over talking. Sigma males aren't always quiet because they have nothing to say, they're quiet because they're listening. While others talk, Sigmas watch. They pick up on micro-expressions, body language, tone, and intention. And in many cases, what people reveal without speaking is far more interesting than what they say out loud. Small talk often drowns out these subtle signals. That's why Sigmas stay on the edge of conversations, silently gathering information that others miss. It's their way of understanding the world more deeply, and it's also why their insights are often far more accurate and thoughtful than the average person's. 8. They protect their boundaries. Small talk often leads to people asking personal questions or pushing into areas Sigma males would rather keep private. These men are extremely protective of their emotional and psychological boundaries. They don't open up easily, and they don't like feeling exposed. When someone asks them, "So, what are you doing this weekend?" it might sound harmless, but to a Sigma, it can feel like an attempt to pry into their space. They prefer to reveal things on their own terms, not because someone expects them to. By avoiding small talk, they maintain control over what they share, and who they share it with. 9. Small talk feels like mental clutter. To a Sigma, every piece of meaningless conversation is like mental junk mail. It doesn't offer value. It just adds to the noise in their head. These men are often focused on refining their thoughts, solving problems, or observing something complex. When small talk interrupts that, it feels like static on a clear radio signal. They crave mental clarity, and casual conversation gets in the way. That's why they often escape to quiet places, walks alone, deep work zones, nature. It's not about isolation. It's about protecting the quality of their thoughts from the clutter of trivial talk. 10. They value meaningful connections, not many. Sigma males aren't interested in knowing everyone, they're interested in deeply knowing a few. Small talk spreads your attention thin. It keeps relationships shallow and transactional. Sigma males would rather have one real conversation with someone who gets them than 100 surface-level interactions that lead nowhere. They know that true connection takes time, vulnerability, and space to grow. And you can't build that while talking about coffee orders and traffic. So instead of joining every conversation, they wait. And when the moment is right, they speak and connect with a depth that most people never experience in a lifetime. If you found this video helpful, make sure to subscribe for more insights into the Sigma mindset. And let us know in the comments, do you resonate with this way of thinking?